everyone. This is my third episode of Flosstube. I am Zoe, if you haven't seen the other two, and I'm excited to do another, probably a pretty short video again, but do another video sharing some of my stitching today. So first up, I have a fully finished object, an FFO. I have some progress on my whip. I've been doing some planning. That's pretty much about it. I'm thinking this is going to be about 10 minutes or so, but I like doing short videos every week because it just seems a little bit easier to do. So I'm going to try sticking with that for now. So fully finished object. Last time I showed my Benny elephant cross stitch, and my husband was in the process of finishing it, and now it is finished. I'm gonna see if you can see that. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. Ben is our middle son. He is 3 years old. He's turning 4 soon. He loves elephants and he loves the color red. So there's a red elephant in the cross stitch. The cross stitch pattern is from KnitSewMake on Etsy. That's so S-E-W. And it was a really quick stitch. You can see it's pretty small. It's just on 14 count Aida. And then it is mounted to the sticky board, and then there is another piece of sticky board with fabric covering it behind that. And then my husband attached it all to this wooden plaque board, sign board it's called, and we got some other little elephant buttons, and my husband painted some little greenery and trees and flowers, and we also put some heart buttons on the top. My husband put some heart buttons on the top with more red featured, and yeah, I'm just really happy with how it turned out, and more importantly, our son Ben loves it. He has it in his room, and there's just some red painted on the border too. So it's a little bit kitsch, I guess, but cross stitch, I'm good with that. I'm good with the kitsch factor. It's perfect for a 3-year-old, and I think it was really fun to do something like that together with my husband, because we both like to do creative things. So we don't often collaborate, so that was pretty cool. So that's my fully finished object. Yeah, so next, work in progress. I am still working on Voyage by Satsuma Street, and I have it, you can see again, I think I showed this last time, it's rolled up some. This is black, 14 count Aida. And I'm just using barrettes to fasten the roll so it doesn't move too much. I do stitch in hand, and then I have the top folded over just to protect the stitching, and also so there's less bulk to move your hand in and out of. So yeah, that's been working really well. I am getting frustrated, or I was getting frustrated with in the middle. That's where it tends to bend, because it's kind of it's wide enough that it kind of flops over or bends in the middle, and then the fabric in the middle gets creased and less firm, and I like the firmness of Aida to stitch on, probably because I don't use a hoop or anything. So what I have done just this morning, actually, that I'm trying out, and I'm gonna see what I think. I'll take the barrettes out to show you. I just took a little, like a quarter piece of paper, and so this is where it's rolled up. So this is just a piece of paper that I rolled into a very skinny tube, and then I put that skinny tube into the fabric and rolled the fabric, and that created more firmness in the middle. So I just did it very recently, but it seems like it's going to work better to hold the fabric firmly. So I'm going to try that and see what happens. So this is, again, this is Voyage by Satsuma Street. And if you haven't seen Satsuma Street, her Etsy shop, and you like more contemporary designs, I highly recommend going there and checking it out. She has a lot of designs, and they're all really cool kind of graphic designs. I think she says in her about page that she's inspired by various artists, and she lists them, but I remember I think Charlie Harper was on her list, who is a painter that I really like, and I was like, okay, I can see why I like your stuff. So here's where I am so far on Satsuma Street, and hopefully there's not too much glare. I think with the black fabric it tends to kind of, the camera washes it out to try to compensate for so much dark being in the screen. But last time I was just at the I had just finished all of the sail area and just at the very top of the body of the boat, and now I'm further along in the body of the boat, but not that much further along. And I will just flash, this is too small for anyone to see the chart, but just flash the chart quick. There's a bunch of borders at the bottom to look like water, and I think they're gonna take me a while to get done because I don't stitch that much. Well, I do, most of my free time I spend cross stitching, but lately at least, but I don't have a lot of free time. So anyway, I think those borders down below where the boat finishes are going to take a while to get done. This is still the only project I'm working on. I have been falling out of love with this project this week to the point that I thought maybe I should just start something else. And I did start stitching a little bit, just to not even start a project, but be like, do I want to do a different project? And so this little bit of stitching, so I think this fabric is, it's 28 count something. I think it might be Lugana or Jobelan. It's definitely an even weave. So I started stitching a little bit to think, do I want to just get a change of pace? I'm getting really tired of black fabric to stitch on, and I'm getting really tired of extremely bright colors. Because even though I'm wearing a pumpkin sweater today, I'm not like a really bright color person in general. So I just felt like maybe I wanted a break, so I started stitching this, and I think I just want to finish the project that I'm already working on. I also, this is even weave, because I watch everybody's Flosstube, and it seems like very few people stitch on Aida, or if they do, they use that for full coverage pieces, or maybe they're stitching on it, but they're not too excited to be stitching on Aida. So I keep thinking I should switch to linen or even weave, and I totally get that people think aesthetically it just has a nicer look to it. I really like stitching on Aida, and I don't know if I'm gonna switch anytime soon. I think I'm gonna keep trying it, like on, you know, little pieces like this. I'm definitely getting more comfortable with how to see where to put the stitch, where to place the stitch, and I know that's more challenging on linen and even weave, but I'm not to the point yet where I would want to do a project. And to me, Aida, yes, so this is Aida, and it's 14 count, so the coverage isn't great for, you know, the lighter colors or the colors where there's more contrast. So you can definitely see the X's. You can see the Aida cloth. It might be hard to see on video, but in person you can definitely see, you know, the coarser structure of the Aida. And I don't know, maybe call me crazy, but I don't mind the look of Aida. I think it looks a little bit vintage in a kind of 80s and 90s kind of way, if that's vintage now. And it reminds me of cross-stitch kits that I had when I was a little kid, and looking at cross-stitch books when I was little, because I was a very crafty little kid, and I like it. It is a little bit more kitschy and tacky, I would say, but that really doesn't bug me. And the stuff that I'm interested in stitching is not these really big heirloom projects. It's more smaller things that are just fun and cute and, you know, not like really serious stitching. So I don't know, is anyone else out there like that? Are there these people who secretly love Aida and I just don't know where you are or where your Flosstube videos are? Let me know in the comments if you like to stitch on Aida too. I'm happy with it right now and that's what I'm going to stick with. So other than that, I think that's going to be my update for this week. So I am going to keep stitching on Voyage by Satsuma Street. I'm just going to keep plugging away at it, and then when I do finish it, I'll get to pick a new project. I'm probably going to pick something a little bit smaller than this actually, and have fun with that. But for now, I'm just going to keep plugging away. So I hope everyone has a great week. I'm having a lot of fun watching other Flosstubes. Maybe next time I can do some shout outs, and I still need to fill in the description of my video to include links. I have not done that yet for last week's video. I'm still planning to, I just haven't had a chance. So anyway, have a good week everyone and happy stitching. Bye.